Sean Pryor of Wavebreak Media. Welcome to Irish Startup TV.
Thanks very much, thank you.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about Wavebreak Media?
Yeah, so Wavebreak Media was formed in 2007 by myself with a view to creating a catalogue of stock video to, I suppose, bring down the cost for production companies who are looking to make affordable videos for the internet and for TV. So we started in 2006, 2007. We've grown the catalogue now to about 500,000 media assets. So we've started to produce photos, animation, video. We produce them internationally and also in Cork, and they're used by companies throughout the world, blue chip companies, TVs, commercials. See them in most of the papers. So we're selling about 1 million images a year at the moment. So
what inspired the idea? Did you come from a media background?
I didn't actually. I was actually come from an economics background.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and a business development background. So I'd worked a bit in business development, and I suppose got a good understanding of how to grow markets and to good grounding in sales and that side of the business, and then also I had an interest in photography and videography as a pastime. So I kind of merged the two of them together and decided I was going to start something. And at the time we felt that the video side of the internet was going to grow. This is probably back 8 years ago now, but we'd seen that as
and you were well ahead of the curve.
Well, I think it was pretty kind of no-brainer that it would start to grow some way, but so I won't take too much credit for that. But the stock video side of we invested a lot in it, and we weren't making probably a lot of money off at the start, but we knew that it would come at some stage. So it's starting to develop nicely now for us.
Fantastic. And are you a Cork man?
Yep, born in Cork, in the Bonds Hospital, like most people my age and around Cork. But yeah, so I'm based in Cork. I've lived in Dublin for about 5 years and abroad for a bit, but yeah, I came back to Cork. So.
How did you decide to do a startup in Cork? It seems like there's a great ecosystem here now.
Yeah, there is. I mean, we probably, I suppose we were a good probably case study for it in some sense. We started right at the, I suppose, the county enterprise board level, and moved then into work with Enterprise Ireland and the Genesis program in the Rubicon Centre next to CIT. Then we developed onto a HPSU course on Enterprise Ireland, and then moved into the accelerator program. So we went through a lot of different steps, and along the way we got a lot of help from a lot of people along the way. We've been very lucky. We've got some funding from Enterprise Ireland, and that's helped us grow the business, and we've got access to venture capitalists, seed capital, that sort of thing. So there's a very good ecosystem in Cork. And I suppose for us it was granny steps along the way. One door led to another, opening up another door to another door, and we progressed that along that way. But there was some great help we got along the way.
What kind of advice would you have to anybody that might be watching videos about startups and thinking, God, I'd love to give that a go?
I'm never sure if I'm well qualified to be dishing advice yet, but I think we've got a long way to go ourselves. But I think if you're passionate about something is the main thing. You really need to be passionate about something because you've got to put in a lot of hours, and you have to believe in it as well. If you firmly believe in it, I think you kind of get there. I think before people, I suppose, give up the 9 to 5, they should really be at the, trying to work at the weekends and the evenings to see if it is a runner before you make that leap. And if you do that for a period of time and it looks like it is something that has potential, then I think you have to be brave enough then to make the leap. I think accessing kind of some resources from things like the Rubicon Centre, the Genesis, the New Frontiers, those sort of programs, the enterprise boards and the Enterprise Ireland, that sort of I suppose advice and some of the I suppose
tapping into the programs that are there already.
Yeah, I think that's a big help. Yeah,
and Cork has those in abundance. The Rubicon as being just one very good example.
Yeah, and obviously we're based in the Rubicon, so we'd probably we'd know a lot about that. But there are other areas in Cork as well, and other places to do startups. I know they have the spin outs from CIT and from UCC, and they have the Nimbus Centre and that as well. So there's lots of avenues to grow your business, I think.
You mentioned investors. Quite often milestones are very important for investors. Have you guys got any significant milestones coming up that you're working towards at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's about, I suppose, growing the revenue really is the main thing, and the catalogue. So we'd like to get our catalogue up to over 1 million images. Yeah, so that's the kind of, we're at about 650,000 at the moment. So we've a little bit to go on that. That's kind of a milestone we've set internally for the company. And then there's revenue targets and EBITDA now and that sort of thing that we're into, which is, I suppose, a little bit more tangible than we had started out, when it was more, about. I suppose the milestones were maybe a little looser in the sense of, it's probably staying in the game at that stage. It's just making sure that you've got new customers and that. But for us, we've kind of I suppose tie down the milestones really to the performance of the business over the next 3 to 5 years.
Sean from Wavebreak Media, thanks very much for chatting to us today.
Cheers, thanks a million.